Welcome back to Tight Lines. Hopefully you saw our recent Living for Sport project, in which a group of West London school children learned both fishing and life skills through the superb work done by the Get Hooked On fishing team in Northolt. Well, Living for Sport mentor Pete Waterfield was an integral part of that project's success, and soon afterwards he and Nigel Botherway got together at the MBK Leisures Complex down in Sussex for a relaxing session and to help Pete catch a gold medal specimen.
Olympic diver Pete Waterfield and I have really enjoyed ourselves working with the children from Lambton School as part of the Sky Sports Living for Sport project, where they've been learning to fish over a 6-week period. We've loved every minute of it, but today we've treated ourselves to a chill-out time, fishing together, just me and Pete out on the bank. Hi, Pete.
Hello, Nigel. How are you doing, mate?
Great to see you.
Yeah,
I've been looking forward to this with you.
I have, ever since we last was with each other. Yeah, I've been really looking forward to it. Yeah.
And it's so quiet compared to all the children screaming and all excited to get hooked on fishing.
Yeah, so yeah, we can hear the birds and a bit more of the wildlife here.
Yeah. Talk about the wildlife. Just now, when I got here, I walked into this swim and I thought of you. I heard a plop and the dive was from a little grass snake.
Wow.
Swam into those rushes down there. It's lovely.
Yeah, nice.
I've not fished here before, but there's some decent-sized carp in here.
Okay.
Got 2 rods here. Let me talk you through it, because it's been a while. You've not carp fished like this, have you?
No, not properly, and not for a few years.
Just chuck these 2 out. What we'll do is, I've got another rod we can try a bit of stalking.
Yeah.
We'll share the rods. You can have, if it goes, first take's yours.
Lovely.
Okay?
All right, no pressure then.
No pressure at all. What a lot of people do, some people have reels with like a free spool bait runner, whereas all I've done is I've just loosened the drag off on these reels. So if a fish takes, rather than the line break, look, I've got it quite loose so they can take line like that. Yeah, see it?
Yeah.
So all you need to do, I see some people, they make the mistake, they pick the rod up and they strike. You don't have to.
Yeah.
We've got a fixed lead, it should be pricked.
Right.
Just lean into the fish and just cup the spool.
Yeah.
Of course, beside the line coming off the reel, we'll see the bobbin will fly up, hopefully, and bang against the rod.
Yeah.
And then we've got our bite alarms here, so we'll get a beep and light up there.
Yeah.
That's what we're sitting, waiting to happen.
Okay.
And I've cast this left-hand rod. See the clump of reeds over there?
Yeah.
Just tight to that, and the right-hand rod to the reeds over there, because I think the fish here are likely to patrol those far margins.
Yeah. Like I say, I haven't done this type of fishing for a little while, so if I've been, and I've taken my kids, so I just do it float fishing because it's a bit quicker and easier.
Which is great.
They can watch it then as well. Yeah.
And I've seen you've been really enjoying that Get Hooked On fishing, haven't you?
Yeah,
You've caught a few fish over the 6 weeks.
Yeah, I've caught a few myself as well. Yeah. So, but no, they really enjoyed it, and you could see that it had an impact on them as well. So, it was a great thing to be a part of.
Look at that, Pete. We're talking about the wildlife.
Yeah.
That deer, I'm not sure it's coming down for a drink. It's a little muntjac.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
So when did you start fishing, Pete?
Well, I started fishing quite young, like 9 years old. My dad started to take me and my brothers fishing, but it's actually linked to how I got into diving. I couldn't swim, so my dad wanted me to learn to swim in case I fell in while I was fishing, because he couldn't jump in and save me because he couldn't swim either. So I went to the local swimming pool and learned to swim, basically, and then that's where I spotted the divers up the other end of the pool and fancied having a go at it. So.
And it all started from there. If you hadn't gone fishing, you wouldn't have been stood up on that 10-metre board at the Olympics and then the podium with a medal around your neck.
Exactly, yeah. So.
Told you fishing was a brilliant sport.
There you go.
I think it's a bit late for me, though.
No, it's never too late.
Yes, we're in. Unbelievable. There were some ducks diving on. I thought, blimey, it must be a bit too shallow. There's ducks diving on the bait. And you wouldn't believe it, the carp rolled right in the middle of the ducks and Pete's in. Nice one. Keep the pressure on, Pete. Keep it coming. It's a lovely colour fish. I haven't seen how big it is, but did you see it on the take? It rolled.
Ah, no, I missed it.
Because it's very shallow there. I knew it was shallow when we first cast out. That's it. You're doing well. Keep it coming. As it gets closer, it might roar off, but you can bend that rod a bit more than that. I say just keep the bend. Now just gently switch the rod over to this side and wind this way, because we don't want it going to narrow the line. Oh, I'm so glad. It's always nice. Now just try and steer it this way a bit, because obviously we don't want it going down in these reeds at our feet. That's it, you're doing a good job. Again, when I teach people, I always say, imagine, you know, when you see like a cowboy, someone training a horse in a corral, you think the way you lead it by the nose, that's a bit like what you're doing with the fish, the way you steer it where you want it to go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely one. Right, now, rather than wind anymore, just lift the rod top high, Pete. Just lift the rod top and almost walk back slowly. I've got a feeling that's one of those koi. Yes!
Nice.
Hey. Job's a good one.
Nice.
Well done, Pete. Absolutely brilliant. You played that like a pro. That's a very pretty fish. Look at that, Pete.
Nice. It's lovely, beautiful fish.
Stonking carp, very pretty. Let's try and show the cameraman and see how broad it is across the shoulders. That's a lovely fish.
Yeah, very nice.
Beautiful mirror. Really lovely colour, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You can appreciate every little detail. Have a big smile for the camera. If I'd just caught a big carp like that, I'd be doing somersaults. I'd swap a 30-pound carp to be able to do that. I did do it recently, but that was coming off my bike. I've never coached an Olympian before, but Pete wants a casting lesson, so here's a good tip. If you want to practice your casting, take the rig off. Just have the lead on the end, and it's safe, you're not going to get snagged up. There you go, Pete. Over to you, Maestro.
So, you want me to just try and aim for where we was last time?
Yeah, I'd aim down there a bit just to give yourself a bit of leeway. Don't try and get too tight to the bank at the moment. We don't want to spook the fish we're fishing for, and when you get it right, we'll whack one over there, but we'll have a couple of practice shots. So, oh, sorry, it's hard for you because you're left-handed, aren't you?
I'm a lefty, yeah, so I've just got to watch the trees.
Yeah, there's trees everywhere here that want to catch you. Looking good, good. You don't need to worry about somersaults or anything. Very good. Whoa, Pete, nice entry. What would you give yourself on the splash?
It wasn't too bad, actually. I'll give it an 8.5.
Oh, well done.
8.5, yeah.
He's being generous. Time for a cuppa, Pete.
Yep.
London 2012. That must have been pretty special.
It was extra special for me because East London's where I was born and raised. You know, my dad's house just round the corner from the pool where I dived. So extra special for me because that was where I used to run around. But it was a dream of mine come true because I never thought that it would come round in my lifetime, let alone my career. So to be able to take part in a home Olympics was another dream come true. I was always jealous of the home nation walking into the opening ceremony because the whole stadium erupts for them, and I wanted to take part in that. And so to have done it was, again, another dream of mine.
Hey, we're in again. We stuck a little rod round the corner for Pete. Try and keep that out as far as you can. He wants to go stage left, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Bury your rod tip under the water and then it won't get in those bushes, I hope. I think this might be bigger than the last one. I said, just keep the rod, keep it under the water. Then if it tries to go in those roots, we hopefully won't snag and try and show him who's boss. That's it, just keep it low. Keep it, you can stick it like right under the water. It's funny, sometimes fish will swim for open water, but he knows this lake better than us. We're doing well here, Pete. This is the Specimen Lake. Kenny was saying some people fish 24 hours here and don't catch.
Yeah, I know.
We've had two takes in a couple of hours. Is he coming or is he snagged?
No, he's coming.
Result, Pete. He swam straight in. We mugged him, Pete.
Lovely.
Another nice mirror. If anything, I'd say that might be bigger than the last one. Wow. That's Olympic performance from you there, Pete. They should have fishing in the Olympics.
Yeah. No, it's a magical fish. Lovely. Brilliant day.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
I'm glad you've enjoyed it. We deserve this.
Yeah, no, definitely. Lovely.
She'll come again.